Welcome back to the Circle of Kings podcast, your home for scrapping and rapping and all things combat sports. Live from the 2-6 Vietnam and the Triple P studios, here's your host, BigFace. Welcome back to Circle of Kings. We want to give you a brief rundown. If you've been watching the BKFC and numbers say you have, you checked out BKFC 56 last Saturday night where you saw Mike Perry defeat Eddie Alvarez in the King of Violence as the premier fight of that. But there's a lot of storylines we want to go over really quickly and speak to you. And in the comment section, let us know what you think about some of these things because they're interesting topics all around. First of all, let's go ahead and touch on the main event. Mike Perry, Eddie Alvarez. It appeared Alvarez was handling him in the early couple rounds, but of course the damage he sustained with a broken orbital bone, the doctor stopped it before round 3. Once again, Mike Platinum Perry showing you why he's the king of violence. He's an all-action fighter that has no problem mixing it up with anybody in the combat sports game. We had a updated. Todd Duffy was going to fight Big Ben Rothwell. It was a very anticipated heavyweight matchup. Rothwell pulled out in the week with a COVID diagnosis. Of course, there's been a lot of speculation and talk about that since the fights aired. Rothwell, again, coming on multiple podcasts to let everybody know that it's COVID, and Duffy talking a lot of smack. We'll see how that goes in the future. There's also, we had a heavyweight king, Mick Terrell, wins the vacated strap for heavyweight in BKFC. Exciting fight. You know, the heavyweights don't get the run that the smaller weight classes do, but shout out to Mick Terrell, a superstar in the making there for BKFC, winning the heavyweight championship. And then the other most anticipated fight, well, Christine Ferreira, once again, walked through another opponent. She's walked through several. She's cleared the division out. Since then, we've heard from Mr. Feldman. He said he may try to bring in some 135-pounders in the female division to give her some run. Of course, Christina said after the fight she wants Cyborg. I think the whole fight community agree that we'd love to see Christine and Cyborg, the unstoppable object and the immovable force. But Feldman has definitely said that he's looking to add to the roster and maybe asking her to move up in weight. She's cleared the division out. There's nothing left for her at 125. Shout out to you, your champ. She blitzed through her. But so we get down to Howard H.D. Davis, who you saw here on the Circle of Kings podcast. We had a great interview with him, a rising star in bare knuckle. He loses his championship try to Kai Stewart, and Kai Stewart proves a lot of doubters wrong there. A shorter fighter gives up in weight and reach, but man, his heart is everywhere. I mean, so a lot of talk was leading up to that fight with Kai Stewart questioning the validity of the opponents that H.D. Davis has faced. And with stepping up to Kai Stewart, he showed it was a great fight, went to the distance, we went to the cards, and obviously Kai had definitely done enough to win the fight. So, I mean, just some exciting news out of BKFC 56. Comment and, let us know what's up. So what's next for Mike Platinum Perry? Well, I mean, there was a lot said in the press conferences after the fight. Some of the things led up to, he has definitely called out Jorge Masvidal, the king of the bare knuckle. You know him since Kimbo. He goes all the way back. Of course, he has Game Bread, which is a bare knuckle MMA organization that is putting out some outstanding shows right now. Mike Perry v. Jorge Masvidal is very interesting, and I'm sure will do numbers. But right there in the division, you've got Luis Palomino, the baboon. He definitely wants a piece of Mike Perry. Mike has alluded that maybe Palomino doesn't have the following that he feels like is necessary at this time in his career. He's looking for super fights. We'll see how that all shakes down. A lot of avenues that David Feldman, of course, and Nelson Lopez Jr. can take. BKFC just exploding. The announcement after the fight was they did 4 million views on the app. They did 18 million worldwide views, the most ever by far. 8,200 in the building to see BKFC 56. So going into 2024, of course, we got the February 2nd card. We've got Palomino, the baboon, the number 1 ranked pound-for-pound fighter in all of BKFC in action on February 2nd. Luckily, we'll have Chris Lytle on the show a little later to go over that fight card with us. But we just wanted to take a minute. So many storylines from BKFC 56. Feel free to comment. Drop what you think, and let's see what's next. BKFC. Hey, Circle of Kings, man. Scrapping and rapping.